Hello and welcome. Today we're going to take a look at the Bricklink Designer Program Series 6. Now you are very, very quickly running out of time to get your votes in. So votes close on the 18th of October at noon. And you can see as we scroll down, the crowd support stage only runs from the 7th of October to the 18th of October 2024. Then it goes into a review stage from the 18th of October to the 18th of November. And then on the 18th of November, 5 designs will be announced. Now, with the success of Series 3, with potentially 4 sellouts, and the 5th one probably going to get about halfway to 3/4 of the way by the 30-day period, Series 3 has been very, very successful. So, Series 6 is obviously going to be important for what 5 designs get announced, because Series 3, if I'm making sure I've got the right series right, is this. So this actually ends in 17 days. 2 have sold out already, so the Forest Stronghold sold out straight away, and then it didn't take much longer for the Camping Adventure to sell out, and then as you can see, the Harbour Master is just ticking over nicely, as is the Art of Chocolate, and it does look like quite a few more people have funded the Lost City, because that has jumped up quite a bit as well. So I reckon you're going to have close to 4 sellouts. I'd like to think this would get about halfway. Now, don't forget, each one of these is 30,000 units in total. So that is not a bad 30 odd days or 21 days or whatever it is to get all of those sets out. So that is not bad. But for Series 6, it's going to be important, I think, with regards to what gets selected. So we're going to go through them. Now, I have sorted by size. So I do believe the sets are just going to get bigger and bigger as we go. Obviously, I'm not going to click on the sets because it's going to take forever. I'm just going to scroll through them very, very quickly. But what I will do is I will do this. So we have the Autumn Harvest Truck. You can see that one for yourself. Then we've got the Banksy Castle with a little bit of detail on that one. And then we have the Tri Master. Now, obviously, the small ones are just as important as the larger ones, but it does tend to be a mix of all of the different bits and pieces. You've got the Tomato versus Cucumber, you've got the Crater Hopper, and then the Plain Adventure as well. Now, it'd be very, very interesting to see how many medieval sets are going to be within this, because they clearly are the fan favorite at the moment with regards to sets selling. So it wouldn't surprise me that if you recognize some of these names as we start going across the bottom, that there might be the same theme across all price points. Be very, very interesting if in Series 6 there's a small one of these about and it just becomes cost effective for everybody, but then how fast would that sell out if it's only going to be at the 49 or 35 pound price mark? So it could be very, very interesting. Do you want bigger sets? Do you want the smaller sets? What is your favorite themes? You've got the ice cream truck, you've got the mid-century garage, and then obviously you've got the steampunk submarine. So obviously I'm not going to go with every single one of them because there's a lot of them to go through, but a massive congratulations to every single one of these designers, because you can do a much, much better job than I can, and one of you lot are going to make me spend my money. Now, this is what I mean. So the Forest Encounter, and you should recognise that name just down there, because Rich Herbert is got into the final on Series 3. He is the one that's actually done the harbour, and now he's gone in with another design for a smaller set like this. Now, something like that, I think, would be very, very important for a lot of people with regards to their medieval stuff. But if they did do that, that would go so fast, because the price point of that isn't going to be super, super expensive. But yet, Series 3, the most expensive set on there, sold out the fastest. So again, it's very much a case of if you blink, you miss, and then if you snooze, you lose kind of thing. So as we're coming back down, we've got some pirates in there. So we have got the... It's nice to see so many different types of things, because I do believe we can't... Is it the Lego Ideas that now don't allow modulars? And you can see why. I'm not going to be spending ages doing this, because there is 13 pages to go through. So I will do my very, very best to get through all 13. But there we go. Look, 3 already. So we're into the medieval stuff. I can imagine me now titling this Medieval Overload or something like that, because I thought there'd be a lot of them, but I wasn't expecting to see 3 of them straight away, because I think a lot of these will be in the same price point, I would imagine. So the first couple of pages, going by the sizes, will be the smaller price point, and obviously then they'll just get more and more expensive, because they tend to have a more cost-effective set than what we're looking at right now. And then you'll have 3 middle, and then 1 very expensive, or 2 very expensive, and 2 in the middle. I think it's Series 4. I think it's just all expensive. So It's yeah, it's going to be an interesting thing to see. Did I just miss a row? I do apologise if I missed a row. No, I think we clicked on it. No, we did. We went over them. But yes, so you can see you've got all sorts of different bits and pieces to pick from. So something like that. Look, the picnic by the river, very similar to what has just gone, and I do recognise that name as well, MD Bill. So very similar to what has just sold out straight away, and that would go perfect with the A-frame cabin, and it would also go perfect with the set that's just sold out as well. And I do like the bright yellow pickup truck as well. We've got Lunar Mining Command Base. That's always a nice, cool-looking thing. And then we've got the Forester's House narrow gauge locomotive. Now that is a cool-looking thing as well. So to come down, we've got the Starship, the pizza stand, and the container caf. See, all of these, they're all so very different. We've got the Pine Forest Rescue, the Monkey Business, and then we've got a skeleton box as well. So like I said, with regards to all of these, you're all looking at roughly the same price point, I would imagine. Some of them obviously quite handy that they say what the brick piece is. So if that's 765, some of them might be slightly smaller, some of them might be slightly bigger. And then we've got Brickbeard's End as well. So again, if you're a Pirates fan, there's lots and lots of pirate bits and pieces out at the moment. Cool little dragon, classic dragon set on there. Now it's 2 pages down. Okay, so we've got an old newspaper kiosk. Now, potentially, is that going to go with a modular that might be coming out in the near future? We don't know. And then we've got a delivery vehicle, and then we've got a forest food hub. And again, that does look very cool indeed. I do like sets which sort of have that nice shrubbery all around the front of it. The candy apple stand, classic moon cupcake. And then you have a skateboard adventure. So with regards to the themings that you guys and girls like, which is your favourite? And also, have you got anything from the Bricklink Designer Programme? Did you go in on anything on Series 1? Did you get anything from Series 2? Or have you bothered for this one for Series 3? Were you the reason why it sold out so quickly for the... obviously, the medieval set that sold out, because I know a few people that have left comments in a couple of the other videos are very excited to get that. I think it was 3 hours. I think that's when it sold out. I think it sold out within the 3-hour window. And yeah, it's very impressive that 30,000 units can sell out so quick, especially when other people have an option to get other stuff. So yeah, scary units pushed in the space of 3 hours. So I mean, what was that, 30? So they probably got maybe 55, 60,000 units gone in the first 3 hours over the 5 sets. So it is a lot. Christmas advent calendar, old toy train, and then see that's quite nice as well. Look, the ice fishing shack. So I'm looking at this for me personally from what would go in my Winter Village display slash from a theme park perspective, because my whole Lego city is actually one big theme park and it's all been zoned out by one zone to another. So I try and look for different bits and pieces, and it is always quite nice. So like the train stations, for example, there's been a train station in almost every single series so far, and they sell out very quickly. I love all of them, but I can't add any of those into my own display because I haven't got anything like that. Now, if somebody came up with a monorail, a sky rail, or something like that, that would be fantastic because Lego haven't done a monorail for years, and they are a horrendous amount of money. I mean, what, the £8 to £1,000, I think, for some of them, which is just mind blowing. The reason, and I don't understand why they haven't done any more. Because talking of them, so you've got a train museum there, you've got a windmill bakery, and then you've got a taxi. That's nice because that would work well with me. But that does say combined ×2. So does that mean I'm not? I can't click on it because I said I wouldn't click on all of them. But so that's the actual one, and then you have to buy 2 of them to make one. So you've got the option, but then if that's going to be a lot of money, or if everybody will buy 2, then obviously yeah, we'll have to see exactly what happens. It'll be very interesting because I'm sure the first series of this was 10,000 units. Now it's 30,000. So they are doing more and more units of all of these, but obviously they've got to cap it at some point. But they've always got to make it as fruity as possible. And I just jumped then, so everything's gone a little bit wrong. So hopefully I've not just missed anything because that's the caravan train. I don't think we did. I think we've gone on all of them. I had to stop the video and I slipped as I sat back down again. So very smooth this upload. So we have got lots, like I said, lots and lots of different bits and pieces. Would you prefer just a random 6? Just nothing matches, nothing makes sense. Everything's brand new, or do you want to add to your ever existing collection? Because I think That's why some of these sell very, very quickly, especially for the medieval stuff, because a lot of people are huge collectors for that. Me, I haven't got anything. I don't even own the Lion Knight's Castle, but it must be a reason why they sell out the quickest, and even if they're most expensive as well. So I think it's because Lego don't do much of it. This is the only other way to add to your displays. But if you had this, for example, would anybody care that it was just a standalone thing? Would you like it as a nice diorama on a shelf? Or do you want to have the Bricklink Designer program for adding to your display in your city or just into your collection? Or do you look for just more display pieces? Because a lot of these stuff that we're looking at now, it's all brand new stuff that I've never seen before. And I don't even think Lego has covered hardly any of this before Tiny Train Station. So it's really nice to see so many different types of things. But like something like that, for example, the Dragon's Lair straight away would be perfect with the Dungeons and Dragons set. So I would have a use for that if that went put in. But I think that would be something that Lego would never ever do. And again, you've got the Village Railway Station. They're very, very popular with the trains and the railway station bits and pieces. And then you've got different boats. Then you've got looks like a nice little small island, very similar to the Harry Potter bits and pieces. Looks quite cool with all three of them on there. Looks very, very smart. And then you've got different bits and pieces with regards to large scale birds. Then we have the carriage crossroads. So again, that's another medieval thing, just a smaller thing that potentially you could add in, and then you've got a charger, and then that looks very, very cool as well. Out of this world burnt pillars. Coming down, coming down, coming down. My little treehouse. See, lookout tower, something different. And again, we've got another medieval one there. So, and if you notice, there's lots of different colours with the flags. So obviously you can pick and choose what team it is that you want to crack on with, and then you can just carry on and go from there. So you've got the garden, the winter festival, Crashland, and then as we're coming down, so we're starting to get into the slightly larger sets now, as you can see. So the price point of these would have changed ever so slightly. So that is now 1,638 pieces. So we are getting into the 160, 180 price point, I would imagine some of these would go for. And there's a lot of them all in this price range. But if you wanted to look how I am and you just want to jump to the page, remember to put them by size first. Otherwise, they'll just give you in a completely random order, and then there'll be no way for you to follow the order that I'm looking at. So it was a better way of doing it. But you can see something like that would be great if you can have a really nice ice skating rink, but potentially some Lego might be like, oh, we could use that idea and do it in our own winter village sets. So that's why potentially some of them won't go. So again, you've got a Christmas market. That would be perfect. You've got another one of these. This would be perfect with the set that is it series 2, series 3 that they've just done. I think that'd be a nice thing. And then we've got Hunter, which obviously go with the other vehicle that we've just seen as well. And then another stronghold, but this is from a different unit as such. So again, looks smart. Mail train, medieval bakery, Southern Western Homes. So I had a funny feeling there probably is every single time, and I've just not really paid attention. But it's because of the last couple of big ones are sold out so quickly. It's now, why is it selling out so quick? And clearly you can see because all the designs are fantastic, but then everything from series 3 is sold out very, very well as well. But again, we're getting into the bigger stuff, different colored flags. You've got the green and yellow up on that. It could get very, very expensive if 2 of the castles went through at the end of series 6, because if they're going to do 2 big, say £250 sets, well, it's your 500 quid in before you eat, and that's only with one of each. I know some people got 2 of each with regards to um, the one that had just gone, because people are leaving stuff in the comments. Again, feel free to jump in. And of course, if you're a designer of any of these, then let us know how the process went. Are you glad that you've made it to this stage? A couple of haunted houses popping up. So yeah, that's something that I would add into my horror section in the theme park. So it's not a massive theme that Lego tend to do. I've got the haunted house drop tower, but there's nothing else really to get. There's the old Halloween house as well, the modular style, which goes for, that's the hidden side. Is it the hidden sides? I think it's hidden sides. That goes for a huge amount of monster fighters. That's the one, not hidden sides. That goes for a huge amount of money. But again, it's almost out of reach for how expensive that is for what it actually is. So that one's not working. I don't think I have a second photo. Very handy that you can do this and just see all the different angles of all of them. Saves me actually clicking on every one. I apologize, I'm going through so quickly. It's a lot of pages to get through. So again, Christmas in the Snow looks great. Something like that. Just add into the into my Winter Village stuff. But again, you've got lots of pirates. There seems to be lots of snowy stuff, lots of pirates, lots of medieval, and then lots and lots of random bits and pieces. Now the Wild West Bank, that looks brilliant. But did the Wild West set sell very well for Series 2? Did that take up the rear in that one? Because I always wonder if somebody comes up with a glorious design like that, because that is a beautiful looking thing. And I think that's very similar to what they use in the Lego Movie as well. And again with this, so both of these are same designer. Both of these look fantastic. But what will go against the designer is potentially their theme didn't do too well on Series 2. So would they be willing to take a risk again so early? Or would they just think, oh, we'll do one Western a year? Will we do one of these a year? I don't know the business model. There'd be somebody somewhere sat somewhere going, this is the right time to introduce this. This is the right time to introduce this. Because don't forget again, the Wild West theme is a huge theme at the Lego. Well, it was a huge theme at all the different Legoland parks, just like it was with the Knights and the other little bits and pieces like that. And now all of the rooms that you stay at, with regards to the theming of the hotel at the Legoland parks, it's just Ninjago and Friends, the two current areas in the hotel of sets that you can actually buy. As it stands right now, there's no other bits and pieces that you can go into and that you can buy, because you've got the adventures, which obviously they are trying to make a little bit of a comeback, but there's nothing like what they used to be, obviously, from the sort of what we're looking at 97, 98 with that. It's Johnny Thunder, isn't it? With his nice little tan bit. Basically, it's a Indiana Jones copy, very similar to this. And it's just a shame that you can't buy that theme. It's a shame that Indiana Jones sort of, well, died a death very, very quickly because they decided not to release the main set, and then all of a sudden it just killed the line because not too sure what the vehicles and playsets they could have done from the other films, but I just don't think when that went, it was only a short run for all the other little bits and pieces. All of a sudden, they all went into the sales, and the local toy shop sort of pushed them on. But now we are getting into the much, much bigger set. So we are now getting into the very, very expensive price point. See, that Fisherman's House does look nice because that would go well with the Harbour set that's just come out, and it would also go well with the old fishing store as well. And the Dark Ritual, this, for example, would look nice with the set that's out currently, which is the one that is just slowly ticking over. And again, you've got the Medieval Witch Tower. That's a good looking thing as well. And so, yeah, all of these, because they're slightly bigger sets, you can suddenly see. This is going to be the next 3 pages are going to be very, very interesting. So there's Rich again. So come up with something completely different. So he's got a Broadwalk Gifts. That's a cool looking thing to have outside the front of the beach. Something again, very, in fact, all 3 of these completely different. So you've got the exhibition bricks, that looks great, depending on what's on the inside of them. That would work really, really well as a nice display, especially as it's lit on the inside. That's beautiful. Then you've got the interstellar generational ship, very, very smart indeed. And you've got a nice pirate ship, that looks smart. And then you've got another pirate set just beside that. And then you've got a larger train again. Lots and lots of detail on this. So there's me going on about the expedition stuff. But here it is. So this is very, very similar to the minifigures. In fact, I've got that minifigure down here already. I've got some of these, to be honest. This is just a much larger version of a playset that you used to be able to buy. It looks great, that one. And you've got an opera house. Would they do an opera house, or would they be thinking that that's going to be a modular at some point? I would get that in a heartbeat if they did a water villa. That looks beautiful. So yes, I would definitely get that. That would work well in my theme park hotel area. So that would be great. A huge dragon. I know some people are fans of dragons, but you've got big dragon, another medieval water mill, and then a bird sanctuary. So that's very, very pretty. I can see that selling nicely with all the different colours that are involved on that one. And then we have got a really, see, again, that would work well for my theme park display because I could do bits and pieces with that as a ride. So that would work nicely. Nursery, and then you've got a nice snow roof family cottage. We've got see, that's what I said, a tram. That's what we need, but with the track, please. If we can have a tram like that or a monorail, that would be great. And then we have another broad walk on the beach, and then a medieval village. So there's lots and lots and lots of bits and pieces like that. That looks nice. With the thing if that's a waterfall down the middle, that's great. Old glass shop, Finn's Inn bed and breakfast. See again, great looking set. But would they do it because it looks too similar to a modular? A Lord's Hideout, Galactic Lockup, another Escape. See, nice, really nice big colours on all of those. Right, 11, 12 and 13 to go, and then I can go quiet. That looks nice. That could sell very, very well. The Lost Island looks good. See, that's first of that theming, and this straight away go, that would work perfect with Ninjago. You could just plonk that in there. That would be brilliant to go in with it, but then at the same time, from their point of view, are they thinking, nah, we can just do that ourselves because it's a Ninjago set? Warehouse with Sam Warehouse with barge and narrow gauge, windmill, and red brick university. So again, lots and lots of different bits and pieces to come out. Medieval river crossing, very similar to what's going to. Well, I say it's very similar. It's going to be there's a pirate on water one coming in there in series 5, I do believe. So we've got medieval river crossing, a pirate, and a medieval swan house, savin house. I can't pronounce that one. They all three of them. I think people would buy all of them. And then again coming down, it's such a shame that they didn't. They did and they didn't with the football pitches because they could have carried on with those stadiums, but they decided to pick 3 stadiums that I don't think. Yeah, was it Old Trafford they started with, and it just bombed. They hardly sold any, and then you had Barcelona and Real Madrid, and Barcelona wouldn't buy Real Madrid, and vice versa. They should have done Wembley Stadium. They should have done an NFL stadium. They should have done the main baseball stadium, an Olympic stadium, not a team. Because I would have got them if they weren't a team, but nobody in their right mind, unless you're a United fan, would have got Old Trafford, and then it works that way, doesn't it? So it's a bit of a shame that they did a swing and a miss with those because there was 3 of them. They look great, but I just don't think they could shift the units because die-hard football fans wouldn't buy an opposing team. Um, which that's why I think if they did a national stadium, I think that could have gone well. I would have been quite liked a baseball pitch and an American football ground and an actual football pitch as well. Blind Design Factory Store. That's a cool looking thing. Gold Mine. See, you guys and girls that are designing these things are just so skillful. But don't forget to get over there and give Lego an idea of what you like the look of. Not for me. I like it, love it. I should have done this on every single one of these I've gone by, but I'm being neutral. See, look at that Halloween haunted manor. Oh yes, please. I would be counting down the seconds until that went live. Got a nice bakery as well. Hang on, I've just got sight of that. Did I actually? I did. I did. Yeah, I missed these, didn't I? So you're getting far too excited and carried away, and I'm missing what I'm supposed to be doing by just highlighting every single one of these. So that says Residential Row Series 1, so I'm assuming it carries on with something, maybe? Pass. Riverside Town, Tile of the West Gate. Look at that for a castle. The Red Rose Castle. That looks incredible. Amazing design. So they're going to have a tough time because they could do 10, if not more. But I'm assuming that if they don't go through the first time, these can just go straight through again. And then if people keep saying that they like it and they like it, then the Lego group might get the hint that they want to do it. See, some amazing use of elements in all of these. They do look so good. Abandoned Castle, Summer Place. It's just one of those of what would you want to spend your money on? Right, last page. So we're going to have these are the bit most expensive. So we have got 3, again, very different but very expensive things. So I think an old school space set would sell really well. But because Lego have it, and they've just done the classic spaceship, but it wasn't out very long. I can't see them doing a classic space again for ages and ages. That boat is beautiful. The pump house is beautiful. So, oh, it's motorized, is it? So yes, there's some very, very nice sets. So that's it. Finally got to page number 13. I did that as quick as humanly possible, but get yourself over because this will go live on the 15th. So you will have 3 days or 2.5 days from when this goes live to cast your vote to let Lego know what you like. So recap, this ends on the 18th at noon. Series 5 has just gone through, so they're your finalists for Series 5. So I think we can all agree that that will sell very, very quickly, as will that. In fact, all of them will. I think this will be a sellout for everything because that will go well with something that has already happened. I think that's going to be a complete sellout for Series 5. Series 4, something for everybody in this. So again, it's very, very different. So you've got 5 completely different sets. So if somebody's got a soft spot for any one of these, it's a bit like the current series. Every one of these are very, very different, and they're all doing very, very, very well. But guys, that is it, and I am done. So in the comment section below, let us know what you're going to go for. Are you excited? Are you happy? Have you done anything from Series 1? Have you done anything from Series 2? And you can see that there is an error. There's a mistake in Series 1. So it's the Asian Pacific region shipping delays will start shipping mid-July and August. I did see this before, but they are the 5 sets. And again, that was the one that sold out straight away, I do believe. That's one with the snow roof, or was it Series 2? Might be getting a little bit mixed up with some of them. But that is it, and I am done. So again, one more time, if you could like the video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and catch you next one. Ta-da.